Morning. I'm sat at my desk with Mayo. This is Lettuce's daughter, Black, because she had a bit of how's your father with the local tomcat last year. We didn't realise she was pregnant. So, there you go. What should we call her? Russian Black. She's lovely. So, I'm going to go down to the kitchen because I'm outside Nancy's room and I'll wake her up, although she should be getting up. Who's Silver? Let's have a look. I'm whispering. Who have we got? Helen Edwards. Get in. Gold medal. Barbara Evans, silver. And Jane Gamp. It's been a while since you've been on the podium, Jane. Lovely to see you back in your rightful place at bronze. So hi Trish, how are you? I was work yesterday. I bet it was mad, wasn't it? Hi Deborah. Let's have a look. Hi Fliss. Let's have a see. Good morning, Cindy. Morning, Joe. Right, I'm going to go downstairs. I've already had a glass of water, so I'm going to go and have another one. I'm going to get the book. It's a good one today. It's a short but brilliantly good one. So please do share. So, hi, Billy. Oh, gosh. It's absolutely pissing it down. Can you hear it? Look. I'm grateful for this plant. Every morning I see it. I love it. It's grown so much since we've got it. I don't know where we're going to move it to. I love it. It gives me utter joy. I'm grateful for all my fairy lights on the stairs. I'm grateful for this ball that we have. I've had that for a couple of years. I love it. I'm grateful for my Father Christmas that we've had since the children were young, and they're still like changing the dates on how many days to go to Christmas. So I've been down, look at that. I'm grateful for my lights. Look at those starbursts. How can that not give you gratitude in the morning? From a local garden centre. Little things. We have a flood when it rains really badly. This conservatory leaks. And it's just everywhere. It pours in. Managed to miss my Peloton bike and Ben's A-level art. But instead of being pissed off, I'm grateful that we have a house. Can you imagine if we didn't have a house and you had to be out in that rain? You know, it's easy to come down and go, oh, bloody, I'm pissed off. It's leaking in, it's shit, I'm crap. But no. And this is what this morning's all about. I thought I'd give you a little, oh, thank you. Louise, yeah, I know some people don't like my eyelashes, but I do. I feel a bit more. I had them done yesterday because it had to be a new full set because it had been like too long because of lockdown. 3 hours it takes. 3 hours, well, 2.5 to 3. So thank you. So please do share. Right, I don't need to whisper anymore. Let me shut the door. Are we ready? We want to wooing. Right. That's not my water, that's Simon's. I like to keep the same glass so I can measure it. Right, then how is everyone? How are we feeling? Do you know, I'm starting to feel so much better, I can't tell you. I keep meaning to do some things for YouTube because I think I might log it on there, what I'm doing. I'm not doing any exercise yet, apart from Nordic walking. But I nearly did my move goal yesterday. For the first time, I have a move goal on my Apple Watch set at 1,000 calories. I did about 840 calories, and all I did was a 4-mile walk. I was just quite active in the day. Makes a difference, you know, if you're active. So, and like I sit at my desk an awful lot, obviously, and online on social media like this and this. So I have to make the point of getting up. So, let's have a look. So let's crack on. So, do you know what? There's loads happening. I'm just so busy with work at the moment. I will tell you about it, what's coming up, and what we're planning for January. Because can you believe it's coming already? I can't. And I just know how rubbish I feel in January. I always dip in January, and every year I go, I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to do it. You know, but you just tend to do, don't you? It's a funny old month, you know, but I think we should really celebrate this January because we just welcome 2021 You know, we've learnt so much in 2020 and it's taught us a lot. Bayek it has, as my nana would say. Bayek. Blooming number. You know, so I just really want to go into January. So there's a couple of things in the pipeline. So I will tell you about them. And it's odd, it's like buses. You know, it's like I've never had an online course and then two come along at once. But one I'm not going to do till March or somewhere like that because I just don't want to confuse everybody. But... oh, I'm getting a parcel today, that's lovely. So I'll tell you after this briefly what they are, but they're not available yet, but I'll just give you a heads up, but they will be soon. So, and people are asking what we're doing after this. Now, I'm not just going to leave you and go, ta-ra, because I always do free stuff on my page. And when I say free stuff, I don't always mean challenges. You know, I'm not, when this is finished on Sunday, you're not going to see me next week. You know, I will be around. I'll still come on 2 or 3 times a week with my books and do my readings. You know, I usually do them about 9:30, something like that. I might do the odd 7 o'clock one. You all seem to like 7 o'clock. So, but it's not going to be a challenge. It's not going to be every day, you know, because there's just so much other stuff going on that I need to get sorted. So, right, but this is a gloriously beautiful one. So please do share, honestly. Anybody can do this, and for you lot, you wonderful lot that have been doing the magic, look at 195 of you who are still here doing it, and you might forget sometimes, and that's all right, but it does not matter, so don't judge yourself. But you lot that have been doing it, this will be an absolute piece of piss for you today. You'll just be going, oh my God, for somebody who's just coming into it. So if you're watching this video for the first time, this might feel a bit weird. It is gloriously simple. You might just think, what a load of rubbish. So that's why it's really important to maybe watch all the other videos. You can either scroll through them on here or go to my YouTube channel, The Sally Wilkinson, and I've put them all in a convenient playlist. Well, most of them, I've got to update it. It's such a ball ache uploading to YouTube, I tell you, because it takes forever because our Wi-Fi is not brilliant. But never mind, I just sit and set it off and I keep an eye on it. So are you ready? Day 25. Are you sitting comfortably? Please do share. Share it now while you're on live. Come on, let's get it up to 200 again. On 198, is it going to go to the 2? I can't believe it, you know, at the end of a challenge, coming to the end of the challenge, there's still this many people on. Joe's doing her exercises while listening. Absolutely brilliant. Right, let's keep an eye if we can all will it over to 200. Right, there's a brilliant quote to start with. Day 25, cue the magic. This is from Flora Kahlo, writer and something else in 1954. Okay, so this is from Flora. Life is playfulness. We need to play so that we can rediscover the magic all around us. 201, thank you for the shares, lovely. So we need to play so that we can rediscover the magic all around us. So here we go. Today's practice, Cue the Magic, is one of my favourite practices because it's a game you play with the universe and it's a lot of fun. Oh, she's playing with the lights on the table. Mayo! Oh, she's pulled all the birds off. Imagine that the universe is a friendly and caring and that it wants you to have everything that you want in your life. Because the universe can't just walk up and hand you what you want, it uses the law of attraction to give you signs and cues to help you receive your dreams. The universe knows you have to feel gratitude to bring forth your dreams, so it plays its part in the game by giving you personal cues to remind you to be grateful. It uses the people, circumstances and events that surround you in your day as your magic cues to be grateful. And it works like this. If you hear an ambulance siren, the magic cue from the universe is to be grateful for perfect health. If you see a police car, your magic cue is to be grateful for safety and security. If you see someone reading a newspaper, it's your magic cue to be thankful for great news. Thank you for sharing, Debbie. If you want to change the weight of your body, when you see another person with your perfect weight, the weight that you'd like to be, it's your magic cue from the universe to be thankful for your perfect weight, even if it isn't at the moment. If you want a romantic partner, when you see a couple madly in love, it's your magic cue to be grateful for the perfect partner instead of thinking get a room. I put that bit on, just thought I'd let you know that. If you want to have a family, when you see babies and children, take the magic cue and be grateful for children. When you pass your bank or an ATM, it's your magic cue to be grateful for plenty of money. When you arrive home, it's your magic cue to be grateful for your home. And when a neighbour calls in to have a cup of coffee, when your neighbour calls in to have a cup of coffee, or you wave to them across the street, it's your magic cue to be grateful for your neighbours. If you happen to see, if you happen to see one of your material desires on your list, such as your dream house, your car, if you've got a car that you'd love and you see it on the street, a motorcycle, if you see somebody wearing shoes that you'd love, or a computer that you really want, of course it's your magic cue from the universe to be grateful for your desire right now. Because what do we do? What do we tend to do? Oh God, look at that car. I'd love one of those cars. Bloody not a chance I'm going to be able to afford that. I've got the mortgage to pay, I'm actually in arrears. Bloody I don't know what's happening with my job. There's not a frigging chance I'm ever going to afford a car like that. Do you know what? I'd love to move house. We can't move house because we're in negative equity. We're actually stuck on this is true, this bit. We're actually stuck on a really high interest rate that isn't even a mortgage. It was a sort of loan because it was with Northern Rock and they sold out. So we're stuck on like 5% interest rate. So our mortgage should be really small, but it's absolutely bloody massive. And I can't move because of the bankruptcy, can't remortgage because of the bankruptcy. So I could just think of all that stuff, which I have done. I've been guilty of doing all that. Look, you might really want children and I can't imagine anything worse. So my heart really goes out to you if you're in that position. And the gratitude that I feel of being able to conceive 3 children, and the pain it must cause if that doesn't happen to you. And I know I had a friend who went through it and said it was just torture every time somebody got pregnant. And it must be awful. But, she's saying you to be grateful for children and what have you. And she's got one of the birds off the banisters and she's chucking it around on the floor. I know. So, but that's what our default is, isn't it? This is all about not going to your default. My Emma says, we were with Northern Rock, worst time ever of financial life. Yeah, well, it all went tits up that, didn't it, Emma? And they sold to Cerberus. There's actually class action starting in America as we are stuck we have been for 10 years. I don't know why I'm telling you this, when the interest rates went down to like 0.5%, we're still stuck on like 5.5%, and it's just crucified us, and it's still a pain. But I've really learned there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing. All I've done is stop bitching and moaning about it and concentrating on building my business and serving you lot and giving good value and doing lots of free stuff and then offering paid stuff if people want to buy it. It's there. If not, no hard cheese. And I genuinely mean that. And I feel in such a better place because of it. The high mortgage is still there. We still can't move house. We still can't remortgage. But I feel completely different about it. And I honestly put it all down to this. And I do. I mean, I know I've come down the stairs now and I've been live with you and all, thanks for my plant, thanks for bauble, thanks for the lights. But I do that every morning, just as a habit. I look at that plant and sometimes, because it's getting taller than me, I have to stand on my toes and I look into it at all the new, I was talking about the hedgerows the other day. I stand and look at the new buds growing and they grow so quickly. I'm thinking, how does it do that? It's just magical. And that's just a coincidence that I've used that word, but it really is. And you get in awe and wonderment at that just growing, and it fascinates me. So our default, when we're not grateful, is to be pissed off with absolutely everything, with people, with things, with the universe, with the weather, with our bodies, with ourselves. It's just, of course we're always going to default into it sometimes. Of course we are. We're not perfect. I'm dreadful sometimes. But on the whole, I can turn myself around a lot quicker. And on the whole, I tend to be pretty grateful most of the time. So this is all to stop you doing your default setting. Every exercise in this book is to stop you going into your default setting of being a miserable shit. That's what I'm saying. I wasn't meaning anything personal there to any of you, but here you go. So, have you finished, Mayo? If you happen to see one of your material desires on your list, oh, I've said that. Right, so when you begin a new day and someone says good morning, you've been given a magic cue to be grateful for the good morning. If you come across someone who is really happy, it's your magic cue to be grateful for happiness, thinking it's all right for them. You know, you assume, don't you, about other people's lives. It's all right for them. She's happily married to Stephen and he's a retired police officer. They'll be on a massive pension, you know. Do you know what, Sam? We'll be on a massive pension and bloody hell, what have we got? Jesus Christ. You know, why didn't I go in the police? You know, I saw this morning, hiya Sally. You know, I thought, bloody hell. I thought, Jesus, and she's looking great and I feel like a fat get and I can't exercise. And I don't think this is, I'm just role playing with myself, as you know I love to do. Because that's what we do, isn't it? Oh, and have you seen who is it? Oh, and they've just got a big payout. Jesus, bloody hell, all right for some. You know, and that's what our default is, all right for some. I don't do that anymore. I've not done that for a long time. I used to do it loads. It's all anew, you know, but I don't. I just wish them well and thank you, thank you, thank you. So let me crack on. There's lots of examples now, so just bear with. So if you come across someone who is really happy, it's your magic cue to be grateful for happiness. And if you overhear another person saying thank you anywhere, at any time, whether it's the lady in front of you at Tesco, any of that stuff, if you hear anybody say thank you, it might be on the radio, a DJ, it could be the postman, it could be a neighbour that you overhear a conversation, thank you, it's your magic cue, thank you. You say it as well. I tell you, it's ace doing this, I love it. And I'd forgotten all about this exercise. I've not done this for 5 years because I've forgotten all about it and I'm going to be doing it today. There are unlimited and creative ways the universe has to magically cue you to be grateful in your day-to-day activities. You can never misunderstand a magic cue or get a cue wrong, because whatever you think a cue is for, you're right. I love that. You do you, Rhonda. I say that a lot, love. She must have been listening. The universe uses the law of attraction to magically cue you, and so you always attract the exact cues that you need to be grateful for in that moment. Cue the magic has become a daily game I play, and with practice I now automatically see all the magic cues the universe gives me, and I give thanks for every single one of them. It never ceases to thrill and amaze me how the universe finds new ways to cue me to set the magic of gratitude in motion. So here we come with a few examples, and just say you think, do you know what, I can relate to that. And I just want you to be open-minded today, open-minded. So share it and get your friends to be open-minded. They'll think you've lost the plot. They'll think you've joined some sort of cult, I tell you. But it's marvellous. It's free as well. It doesn't cost anything. And it puts you in that attitude of gratitude. And it is impossible to feel grateful and pissed off at the same time. Just try it. It's impossible because your thoughts create your feelings. Just another reminder. So when you're feeling grateful, you cannot feel low, you cannot feel depressed, you cannot feel pissed off with yourself because you've eaten too much and your leggings are tight. You cannot do that. If you're feeling grateful, you will feel grateful, and that will be your experience. So here we go. When I receive a phone call from a friend or family member, it's a cue to be grateful for him or her. When someone says, "Isn't it a beautiful day?" I say that a lot to people on dog walks, you know. I say it before they do. And they go, "Oh yeah, it's gorgeous." And you walk off, you have a little... Do you mind? You have a little skip in your heart. I think she wants to go out. Hang on. Come here. Come on. Oh. Yeah, just stay quick. This is Lettuce's daughter. She's beautiful. Yeah, you're beautiful. And she meows. Lettuce doesn't meow very much, but this one does. Do you want to go out? Oh, it's raining. You go in. It's pouring down, Mayo. Oh, I'll leave the window open. I don't think she's going to want to go. Sorry, it's a bit of a distraction. So, isn't it a beautiful day? It's so cute to be grateful for the beautiful. So if somebody says it to you, you might be wallowing in your shit thinking, oh my God, I'm going to pay the mortgage. And do you know what? Bloody Janice at the office did my bloody head in. And I felt like punching her face in, but I couldn't do. And she's driving me mad. She really is. Her and Julie are doing me head in, and I feel really left out and da-da-da-da-da. And then you walk past a stranger, they go, so you're in doing that, that's what's going round in your head. All those thoughts will be creating your feelings, which will be a shit feeling, obviously. So you're doing that and you're walking along and somebody says, oh, it's a beautiful day, isn't it? Cue. Forget the shit that you're talking about yourself. That's your cue. It's a beautiful day. Oh, thank you for the beautiful day. And you forget about Janice and Julie at the office and the little coven. So just... that's what I mean by a cue. So, isn't it a beautiful? It's a cue to be grateful for the beautiful weather where I live and for another beautiful day. If an appliance breaks down, it's a cue to be grateful for all my appliances that are working perfectly. Now, you know, we did a whole exercise on this, didn't we? God, a couple of weeks ago now. God, have we been going that long? And lady commented, it was about when your appliances break and stuff, and when stuff goes wrong, you've got to be thankful for them. Instead of being pissed off that your car's broken down, be thankful for it, that it served you. And a lady said that day a dishwasher broke down, and because she'd done this, she said it was completely different. She said, usually it'd be, oh my God, the dishwasher just before Christmas, what we're going to do. But she thanked it. She accepted it had broken, and she thanked it for all its years of service and for cleaning all the dishes over the years. And it just gave me a whoosh that she'd taken it in. So I just thought I'd share that with you. If a plant in my garden is struggling, it's a cue to be grateful for all the healthy plants in my garden. It's a bit hard, that one, Rhonda, to be honest, when you have a lovely clematis and you look out one morning, it's got clematis wilt. I'll have to work harder on that one, let me tell you. When I collect the mail, it's a cue to be grateful for the mail service and for unexpected checks. When someone says they have to go to a cash machine, or I see people in line at a cash machine, it's a cue to be grateful for money. And if a person I know comes down with a sickness, it's a cue to be grateful for their health and mine. When I open my curtains in the morning, oh, that was, who was it with the dishwasher? Fliss, it was Fligs, and now she's got a lovely new one, and I bet you absolutely love it, don't you? Nothing like a new dishwasher. It is, or a new kitchen appliance. It's just such a joy, isn't it? Because we don't get them that often. So, when I open my curtains, I do this. When I open my curtains in the morning and see the new day, it's a cue to be grateful for the great day ahead. And when I close my curtains at night, it's a cue to be grateful for the day that I had. I do that when I pull my covers back to get into bed. No matter how shit I'm feeling, no matter how thing, I just open my covers and I get in, I just say thank you for another day. Because sometimes your days are shit, aren't they? Sometimes your days feel crap. Sometimes crap's gone on. You might feel really ill. You might be really stressed. You might be really worried about something. And sometimes you just can't get out of it. But one thing that gets me through a bad day is I know that I'll always get into bed at night. Even when we're going through all our financial trauma, and it was one letter after the other, bailiffs at the door, the court case, everything, it was just awful. I just knew that I'd get into bed at night and it was my safe space, and I still have that feeling. And it got me through the Ironman. You know, no, that's not a traumatic thing. It's a different trauma, obviously. I just knew in the morning, I thought, I'll be in bed at night. No matter what happens on this day of 17 hours of bloody Ironman, I will be in bed at night. And so it really helps me to think that. And I'm grateful for another day. And I'm grateful that I wake up to get the chance to have another one. So we've nearly finished. To play Cue the Magic today, all you have to do is be alert. Be alert enough to take 7 magic cues from the universe during the day and give thanks for each one of them. For example, if you see someone with your perfect weight, if you think, oh God, she looks good, and I'll say to my husband, I'll say, am I bigger than that? Am I bigger than her? Or am I, I used to do it all the time. Does my bum look big in this? Or does whatever, that's the biggest, oldest saying, isn't it? So instead of going, oh God, and I'm never going to be like that because I've put all this weight back on and I feel rubbish and I can't exercise, I just say thank you. I'm doing it quite a bit. I've started working on it with Nancy because I know she's really, that age group are struggling, aren't they? They're struggling. So I'm just doing lots of magic dusting. I went to bed last night, that's all I was thinking about. You know, Nancy to get a personal statement done and a history deadline and to enjoy school, even though it's none of the fun stuff, that's all gone, you know, but just to wish her well through this time. So anyway, nearly done. So 7 magic cues. So if you see somebody with perfect weight, say, thank you for my perfect weight, instead of wishing you could have it. You know, just say thank you as if you've already got it. You can never ever do too much gratitude, so you can choose to do more. And if you want, you can even try to respond to as many magic cues in one day as you can. If you've been following the daily magical practices over the last 24 days, this is what I said, you will have reached a point by now where you will be alert enough to notice the cues the universe is always giving you. One of the many benefits of gratitude's magical power is that it wakes you up and makes you far more alert and aware. I hope you're proud of yourselves. I just need to interrupt Rhonda for a minute. We're nearly done. But I hope you're proud of yourselves, because if you've been doing this religiously every day, if you've been showing up to these videos, if you're watching on catch up, or if you've missed 4 and then you've gone and caught them up, if you've been making the effort to do this practice, whether you've bought the book or not, it doesn't matter, then bloody be proud of yourselves, because you are making yourself more alert. Can you feel yourself more receptive to stuff? Can you feel yourself more aware of when you see people not being negative, being negative, and you think, oh gosh, I used to talk like that all the time, and do you know what, I'm not doing it anymore. I might do it a little bit, but on the whole, I don't do it. And you do notice a beautiful day or a beautiful flower or some kindness, or you might see a man picking up rubbish, a litter picker on the street in your town, and you might have just never given it a thought, and you just think, oh my God, what an amazing job he's doing. You know, can you imagine if he wasn't doing his, what our streets would look like? You know, the bus driver, you know, you'd never even give a second thought to. The fact that he gets up every morning and drives the bus, you know, the surgeons, the people who run the hospitals, everything. You know, I've actually written and thought about 200, and then Jill, I mean, she's done 250 gratitudes now, and that's really important, Jill, that she's not only written them, but she's thought about them, because you have to qualify them. And it gets tough, doesn't it? But it's all putting you into the practice, and now this is where you're really going to start seeing the difference, is that you're just alert, and you don't even have to go searching for it. It starts coming to you. You know, Jackie feels so much better. My husband said I'm like a different woman. I mean, how amazing. Oh, that's giving me goosebumps. So one of the many benefits of gratitude's magical power is that it wakes you up and makes you far more alert and aware. And the more alert and aware you become, the more grateful you become, and the more easily you attract your dreams. So universe, cue the magic. How amazing is that? Lawrence has definitely had a massive impact, our journey of magic, to help me so much, and I can only give my utter heartfelt thank you, Sally. Do you know what? You are more than welcome. Gail's still doing a 10 daily gratitudes. It really is amazing, says Lorraine. I mean, it's fabulous and it's all free. This is free to you all the time. And, you know, we've got 3 days left, Friday, Saturday, Sunday left. 3 days left, so let's just give it some welly. And I've truly loved it. And so she says do 7 magic cues today. Sod that. Take as many as you can. Literally, take as many as you can, as many magic cues. I see the cats, and I'm really grateful that we're going to get a new kitten in February to join these two. The joy these two give me, honestly, just to see, they don't get on, look at them. They don't. She ignores that one, and now she's getting her own back. So, and it's a shame that they don't get on, but that's how it is. But I love the different personalities, you know, and to see, even though it's pouring down, and it wasn't really supposed to rain, was it, for about another week, and it's been lashing it down, so it's going to be muddy, but I love the rain. I love out walking in the rain. So what magical cues when you hear somebody say thank you today, let it jolt you awake, thank you, open your curtains, thank you, you know, all the magical cues. You know, when you hear an ambulance, how many times do you hear an ambulance and you go, I hope everybody's all right. That's what I say. You know, I hope everybody's all right, but I hope everybody's all right. But I never think to thank myself. Thank the universe for my health. I just wish everybody else. But do it for you. Put it back on you. It is not selfish. You know, it's not selfish at all. So, right, so I think that's almost it. So, yeah, people have asked what's coming up. There's still always going to be free stuff. There's going to be lots of free stuff in January. So please don't worry. I mean, obviously there's my membership, but that's not open now until February. And, you know, I don't look at people lesser or more. You know, I don't care where you get your inspiration. I don't care where you get motivated. Literally, people, I mean, Yvonne's saying she's so shocked that she's stuck with this. Usually give up after a few days. It's totally changed my mindset and I'm so grateful, feeling so much better about myself. That's amazing, Yvonne. And the thing is, when you're feeling like that, you're more inclined to do exercise, you're more inclined to make better food choices. It's all interlinked. All of it is interlinked. So I am, well, it's more than toying with the idea. Now I have decided, because we do not have a virtual retreat, this is the first time I mentioned it, it's not available to book yet. It's something we have to work on, but I'm just giving you a heads up. We're not doing a virtual retreat till May. Our 3-day virtual retreats that we do online, which are absolutely epic. If you've got something out of these little videos, think 3 days. 3 days of magic, 3 days of fitness, yoga, mindset coaching, habit forming, walking, all sorts of stuff, all done online in a private community, not on an open page like this. We set up a private pop-up Facebook group. And the next one isn't till May, because all I've done is transfer my real retreats that we had to cancel because of COVID to virtual retreats. And it's done. And a lot of people have been asking, why aren't you doing one till May? Because we're not, because I've got a lot going on in January, really. And so what we've decided to do, and it's dawned on me that for the last 6 years since I've been running actual retreats, we've always done one in January, always done one. And we're not doing it this year because we can't, because of COVID. So I've said to Simon, why aren't we doing a virtual one? But the thing is, it's always a bit weird, is January, but I know people just do this in January. It's so common, and I can't afford to do that because I've been there this year, and we all have, and we cannot afford to take the shit from 2020 into the beginning of 2021 and start it on a downward. So what we've decided to do, I've looked at the calendar, the 1st of January is on a Friday, which is New Year's Day. So instead of a 3-day retreat, we are going to offer for the first time a 2-day virtual shot in the arm retreat where you can sign up, and it's just Saturday, Sunday. So do New Year's Day, do all your stuff, and obviously nobody's going to be out at big parties anyway, but you might be getting a bit pissed at home on the sofa, and that's fine. Don't know if Big Ben will be on or anything. But come the 2nd and 3rd, the Saturday, Sunday, we're doing a 2-day retreat. We've got to sort it all out yet, so it's not available to book just yet. But and because it's only 2 days, it's going to be cheaper. The 3-day retreat's 150 quid. So it's going to be just under 100 quid for the 2 days, and it is going to absolutely set you off. It is going to really recharge you. And people certainly doing this will come in with a completely different mindset. And I was talking about it to somebody yesterday. What I've loved about this magic is that a lot of people who came into the tribe this time, you have that sort of mindset, because you'll either think this is a pile of shit or you'll be open to it. And I want to work with people who have this sort of mindset, who are open to it. They might not believe it just yet, but that's the sort of people I want in my community, because they give me joy. I don't want drainers, and I'm not saying people who are low, because I've been low myself and I'm more than happy to work with that. But I mean, you get your intrinsic people who are dementors and drains rather than radiators. I'm not interested, you know, so that's the sort of thing. So I will let you know. So comments have gone. So I don't know if there's anybody who would be interested in the virtual retreat, because I'm not going to be doing it loads before Christmas. We're going to sort out the page and get it put it up on the website, and I'll let you know when that happens. And then I'll sort of, doesn't matter, Rach, there's still going to be lots of free stuff. I know it's difficult for people, so it's just there as a thing, because a lot of people have asked. So there is also coming up, only because I'm in the Woman and Home magazine, I think it comes out on the 17th of December, the Feel Good You. So this is why we've had to do this, so it's just a coincidence. I've been wanting to do this for 2 years, but I've just not given it priority. I was asked to do a piece on Nordic walking in Woman and Home, Feel Good. It's the one that comes out 6 times a year, not the main one. And it's the January edition, out in December. And I did the piece about 2 months ago. I was interviewed over the phone about how amazing Nordic walking is. So I've finally made my online Nordic walking course. And again, it's cheap as chips, but it's brilliant. Me and Edwina, there's about 30 little videos, all teaching you how to Nordic walk, and so that's going to be out soon as well. So they're the couple of things I've got coming up, but there is still going to be free stuff in January. But if you want a big shot in the arm, then honestly, get booked onto that virtual retreat. Ask for it for Christmas. You know, that is going to be available to buy before Christmas. That's why I want to do it before Christmas, because people have said they want to buy it as a Christmas present. The same with the Nordic walking course. So that's why it's been mad busy at the moment. So that's it. That's it for now. Get sprinkling that magic dust. Cindy, yeah, the virtual retreat is amazing. They are just incredible, aren't they? I just love it. And why I love it as well is because it's in a private group. And if you felt the teamwork on here, on this open page, wait until you get in a private group and we do all stuff like this, and fitness and yoga and coaching and habit forming. It's just incredible. And the optional juice cleanse, if you want it, that's all sent to you. What a way to start the new year. But I don't ever want you to forget this. I really don't. And I've decided, I think I might do this every year, you know. I don't know what time of year I'll do it, but I'll put, and it'll be free. You know, I'll do it every year because I've loved it. I've really, really loved it. So, but it's not over yet. So let's just celebrate that we've got another 3 days of doing it, and then the magic will hopefully always be in you. It's stayed with me. It really has. It's stayed with me, but it's been lovely to have a big refresh, because one thing I've completely forgotten about is cue the magic. So come on, this is your first cue. Never mind 7. Let's just see how many things you can cue. All right then. Lots of love, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay then, cheerio. Bye.